Congratulations on your new role as a manager. We're super excited for you. This short presentation is basically going to talk about that transition from being an individual contributor, an individual worker, to now a manager of a team. So let's dive right in. All right. So this is maybe seem pretty obvious, but your new role is not a continuation of your previous role, and it's not doing the previous role even better now that you're a manager. Instead, it's transitioning from this rock star employee to a rock star manager. In the past, you may have been the doer or a specialist, so working independently, getting in the nitty gritty of the action, and really focusing on the details and the production of the work. But now you're going to be more of the orchestrator, you're the generalist. So the manager, you're stepping out of the production line and focusing on the big picture while your individual employees on your team are reaching professional and personal goals for you as a group. So one of the biggest challenges you might face in this transition, and what I want to caution you on, is putting a hard stop to your old habits as an individual worker. You might instinctively want to dive right in alongside of your team members that you manage and fix or redo their work. So what you're going to start to realize is it's not sustainable. It's also micromanaging some of their work and undermining some of their success. So it'll be your job to hold that autonomy for them and allow them to learn, grow, and even fall sometimes. So I'm just asking you to embrace the change, and you will be seeing a lot of ups and downs here, but all of this is normal in this transition as a new manager. So next I want you to think about kind of 3 different mindsets, and I want to kind of shift your mindset a little bit now that you're transitioning to this new position. But without bursting your bubble, I do want to say, sadly, it's no longer about you. But that's the beauty of the job. Watching others grow, learn, succeed because of your amazing leadership will give you a more sense of power and success than being an individual contributor ever did. Now keep in mind that your own success will now be measured by the success of your team and the professional growth of each individual employee. So I kind of want to think about different ways that you can do that. So instead of having a top-down approach, we'd love for you to consider a bottom-up approach. So focusing on the needs of others on your team over yourself. So always elevating your individual team members. So embracing their differences, not comparing their strengths and weaknesses. Next, I want you to think about how can you encourage each of these team members to be a curious learner. So encouraging them to be curious, to reach beyond their limits, keeping them engaged, creative, and helping them produce amazing results and outcomes, not only in their coaching, but also with our pivoters. So one way you can do this is ask, don't tell them what to do. So ask open-ended questions so that you can understand the type of learner that this employee is. Think ahead for them though, as there might be some challenges, and talk through what those challenges might be and help them set expectations for down the line. Lastly, I want you to kind of throw the idea out that you're going to be someone's everything, because you're not. There's no superhumans here. Your role is to trust your gut. Be patient with yourself. All this is new, but the most important thing is be yourself. Be authentic. That's why you're in this position. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, because the more you're real, the more they'll be real back with you. Last 2 things I want to cover is I don't want you to be shy. I know this is a brand new role, but the point here is that learning on the job will happen. You don't have to know everything, but we do expect you to ask for clarification or resources when you need it. The more you understand and prep for your job, the better armed your team will be and the more successful they will be. So don't be afraid to open up about the challenges you have to your peers, to other peer managers, or even your direct report, even the person you report to, your boss, all right? So just make sure you talk that out. So don't be on an island by yourself. Last but not least, take care of yourself, okay? Just like we said with you when you were practicing coaching with individual pivoters, same thing applies here. So get into the airplane. Think about that analogy that they say on the airplane. Put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. This applies to you too, okay? So there's many ways you can do this. Setting self-care goals can be challenging, especially as you got a lot of new stuff on your plate. So maybe make it micro, make it short. It can be a 5-minute meditation, take in some deep breaths before you have a call with one of your direct reports or even your manager, or you diving into a new topic or work project. Take some time for yourself. Breathe, meditate, journal. Get 5 minutes of laughter in. Put it on your calendar. I love to work out, and I hope that you guys love to move your body and eat healthy and do all the amazing things that make you feel good. So put that on your time for your calendar. Take 30-minute breaks with your family or friends, and do that throughout the week. And then experiment. You're going to realize the first time around, it may not be exactly what you want. So add, take away. Just like we tell our pivoters, the same thing applies for you here. Once you've got down what you are looking for and you're able to apply that to yourself and you feel like it's working, share it with your manager. And most importantly, share it with your team because you're leading by example. So take care. You've got this, and there's a lot more for you to learn.